Hi everyone, it's me. Number 10, the SS Orang Medan. In 1881, the British ship SS Oranse left London for Batavia in Dutch East India. On board were 21 crew members and 269 passengers, most of them European settlers heading to the Dutch East Indian port. All was well until the ship reached the South China Sea. A thick fog rolled in, and the captain got lost. When the fog lifted, he found himself close to the coast of Sumatra, in Indonesia. He tried to radio for help, but there was no reply. As they approached the shore, lifeboats were sent out, but when they reached the SS Orient, they found no one on board.
All the food was still on the tables.
Decks were littered with clothing, shoes, and personal belongings. Even the ship's cat was missing. There was no sign of a struggle. No one had been found dead either. It was as if the entire crew and passengers had vanished into thin air. The Mary Celeste. In 1872, the brigantine Mary Celeste was sailing from New York to Genoa, Italy, carrying a cargo of 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. On board were 7 crew members and their families. The ship encountered rough seas and heavy storms, but everything seemed to be fine when it was sighted on December 6th. But when it finally arrived in Italy 3 days later, no one was on board. The ship was fully intact. There was nothing damaged and no sign of distress. Most strangely of all, there was no sign of the crew anywhere. Their personal belongings were all still on board. Food was in the pantry, and the ship's cat was still on board. The Mary Celeste was one of the largest unsolved mysteries of the sea. There were many theories about what happened to the crew, but none could ever be proved. Some believed they were taken by pirates, while others claimed they had been taken by an alien spacecraft. Still, others said that the ship had somehow traveled through a time slip, and the crew had simply vanished into the future. Ships that reappeared. There have been other ships which went missing for years or even decades and then suddenly reappeared with no explanation. In 1909, the schooner Governor General was discovered off the coast of Japan, after it had been missing for 14 years. The schooner had been sailing from Shanghai to Manila when it disappeared without a trace. In 1960, the yacht Cumbretta was found in almost pristine condition on a remote Greek island. It had been missing since 1940 when it set sail from the United States to Greece. And in 2009, the yacht Ginny was discovered in the Maldives, completely intact but abandoned. It had been missing since 1965, when it was scheduled to arrive in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Are these ships real or myth? There are many possible explanations for these strange cases of missing and reappearing ships. Some believe that the ships and their crews simply vanish into parallel dimensions or time slips, never to be seen again. Others believe that there is a curse on these ships, causing them to disappear after a certain amount of time. Still others believe that the crews were taken by aliens or that the ships were transported to other parts of the world by some unknown force. Of course, there is always the possibility that these are just stories that have been embellished over time. There is no concrete evidence to support any of these theories, so everything remains speculation. Why the ocean? If you think about it, it makes sense that many of these ghost ships seem to appear out of nowhere. After all, the ocean is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. We have only explored a tiny fraction of it, and there are many things that we simply do and understand. For example, we know that there are vast areas of the ocean that are completely devoid of life. There are also strange creatures that we have never seen before. And there are places where the water is so deep that we can't even see the bottom. With so much that we don't understand about the ocean, it's not hard to believe that there are things happening beneath the surface that we simply unexplain. Perhaps some ships are simply lost forever, never to be seen again. Or perhaps they are taken by something or someone that we don't want to believe exists. Whatever the case may be, one thing is for sure. The ocean is a truly mysterious place, and we are only beginning to scratch the surface of what lies beneath. Thanks for watching. Do you believe in ghost ships? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.